Greetings everyone, and welcome to yet another slightly belated closer look video. Yeah, if you stick around after the credits, you'll see why this one's a little late today. Perfect timing. That's all I'll say at this stage. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Well, this is actually one that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. And, well, as it seems to have become the theme of these closer looks, at least for the first few, I thought, why not get caught up on that and get it done? What are we talking about today? The extended DVD edition of Lord of the Rings, and how it compares to the extended Blu-ray edition of Lord of the Rings. Yeah, in particular, we'll basically just compare the features, and in particular, also, we're going to take a close look at the packaging and how the packaging compares on the two. Because there are some similarities, there's a lot of differences. Which one do I like better? Well, I'm keeping this one around even though I have this, so that might tell you something. Anyway, we'll take a closer look today on A Closer Look on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. One ring to rule them all, but boy, certainly not just one DVD or Blu-ray set to rule them all. There's been a lot of releases of the Lord of the Rings movies. There's, of course, the original theatrical editions on DVD and then on Blu-ray. And then there's the extended editions on DVD and Blu-ray. And there's been a couple different releases of those as well. I mean, of course, we have the box set of the DVDs here, which gives you all three together in one snazzy, very coolly designed box. We'll take a closer look at that in a moment. But yeah, but they're also, of course, all released individually. I originally bought these individually when they came out, and then by the time the third set came out, I was like, I really want the box set, so I got the box set. And you know, to this day, I still have yet to finish watching the extended version of the third one. I have seen the theatrical version. I actually saw it in theaters. I think I saw all three of them in theaters, actually. Yeah, pretty sure I saw all three of them in theaters. But, and I've watched the first two extended versions several times. I think by the time I get through these, I'm just so burned out because they're so long that I just don't have the energy for the third one. But Rosie and I have actually been watching Lord of the Rings over the past little while. We, of course, saw all three Hobbit movies, and she really loved those. So we're currently halfway through the Two Towers extended edition. So I'll let you know if I finally finish watching them. I don't think Rosie will let me not finish watching them this time. So, yeah, and then there was also collector's editions that came out of these. Hey, why don't we do a mini disambiguation while we're here? Collector's editions. We had collector's editions of all three. We had Fellowship of the Ring. Very snazzy. And each one of the collector's editions would come with a like a model of some kind of statue. Quite cool, very snazzy, looks good on the shelf. They would also come with a bonus DVD of some kind, usually a bonus documentary. The only one I remember off the top of my head was something that National Geographic did about the history of Middle-earth and the Lord of the Rings books and everything. But each one of the three would come with one of those. Here's the second one, of course, with Gollum. Yeah, you gotta love good old Gollum. Gollum is definitely the big breakout star of that one. I think just really blew everybody away by not only how good the CG was, but how good Andy Serkis's performance was. It was, I think, for most of us, our introduction to the artistry and magic of Mr. Andy Serkis. And then finally we had the third one, Fellowship of the Ring. And there you go. These are, of course, all three of those are the extended editions. There may have been collector's editions of the others as well. Honestly, I'm not going to go into every single release ever because there's just been so many of them. One that is notable, however, and I'll show you this one, the extended and theatrical editions were released together, to my knowledge, only this one time, but in these sets here, and I'll just quickly cycle through them. But these sets basically were flipper discs, so they would have the theatrical edition and the extended cut spread across, I don't know, like 2 or 3 discs. It wasn't very many discs for considering how many hours of content there was. And for the most part, they were bare bones. They did contain a behind-the-scenes featurette, though. Each one had one pertaining to that particular movie. And the behind-the-scenes featurettes on those were pretty cool because they're very much fly-on-the-wall style, which is a style I really like. I've seen a lot of featurettes, behind-the-scenes featurettes from various movies over the years done in that style. And the thing I like about those is it really just presents footage from on set. So it really feels like you're just there in amongst all the action of making the movie, watching it as it happens and just experiencing it in some kind of virtual way. I really enjoy that. Some others that have had documentaries in that style, Star Wars, The Phantom Menace has a really good one about the making of The Phantom Menace. And you can see George Lucas's insanity up close and personal as if you were there. Alright, anyway, another really good one that kind of introduced me to that style, I guess, was X-Men 1.5, the special edition of the first X-Men live-action film, and it had a fairly lengthy fly-on-the-wall style documentary about the making of that, and that was really good. I really enjoyed that. That one is on the Blu-ray, by the way. You can still, all the X-Men 1.5 content is on the Blu-ray edition, so you don't have to go hunting for the old special edition DVD. What else? E.T., the Blu-ray, has a great documentary, not in that style, of on-set footage from the making of E.T. Like, how cool and rare is that? You know, pretty amazing stuff. But anyway, there's been a bunch of them over the years, and I've always enjoyed that style because, as I say, it really makes you feel like you're there while they're making the movie. You don't need a narrator telling you what's going on. You can see what's going on. You're there. You're right there watching it as it happens. So, yeah. Alrighty, well, without any further ado, I don't know, I'm trying not to make this the length of the Lord of the Rings movie, so let's get right to it, shall we? And head on down to ye old black box, and we'll take a look at the DVD edition and the Blu-ray edition of the Lord of the Rings Extended Trilogy. La la la. Feet. Okay, here we go. We'll just set that over there. Here, I'll just put it there to taunt you while we look at this. So this, of course, is the collector's edition box set of the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition DVDs. Now, a lot of people complained and bitched and moaned, oh, they're just double dipping, blah. But you know what? They actually announced these extended editions were coming the exact same time that they were about to release the theatrical editions on DVD. So if you didn't know about them, then I'm sorry, you were living under a rock, because they made no secret of the fact that extended editions were coming. They've done that for all 3 Lord of the Rings and all 3 Hobbit movies, so if you're still surprised, get your head out of your ass. Okay, here we go. So, we'll get the nice sort of list of contents there. Sort of a summary of contents, because these sets are pretty loaded. They do tell you how much was added to each movie, which is kind of cool. So we got 30 additional minutes for Fellowship, 43 additional minutes for Two Towers, and 50 additional minutes for Return of the King. So total running time is basically the length of another movie. So it's like getting a whole new, it's like getting a 4th movie's worth of content. So pretty simple. They just slide out like that. Really like the spines, how they look like books, of course. Probably didn't even need to mention that because it's plainly obvious. Alright, so we'll take a look at the first one here. So here we have Fellowship of the Ring. Very nice. Kind of matte finish on the insert, but this is basically a nice sturdy box. Very slick, and you can see some artwork there. Kind of hard to see. Yeah, you can kind of see that. So basically these just slide out much as you would expect. Here we have the Mines of Moria. This is one of the reasons I love the DVD sets, by the way, because they have so much more artwork on the cases, and it's really nice artwork as well. So you got the Fellowship logo there. Okay, they have one more piece of artwork, but it's really nice. Look at it. It's beautiful. Alright, so we open this up, and it's not even all going to fit. So we have the map here. Very nice. And then we have a booklet, which I'll get into in a moment. And then we actually have 4 discs. So the whole thing is 4 discs. And underneath the discs, take a look here. Just gotta find the right spot. We have more artwork. Look at that. Pretty cool, eh? And there. I don't know how well you can see that artwork under the thing, but we'll just slide her on over. There we go. Quite nice. Some of the, I'm guessing, you know, some of the production sketches and whatnot, which is really cool actually to have that added as a bonus. But very, very pretty indeed. And then the book. Look at that. How expert gatefold refolder. So the book is quite cool. It actually lays out the contents of the discs in this. It's almost like a family tree. So we get that. So this is what is this here? Yeah, so this is the Appendices Part 1. And then we have more of the Appendices Part 1. And some stuff. I guess there's some DVD-ROM content on there, which I've never checked out. And whatnot. Then we have... what do we got here? Yeah, I'm not going to go through all... I'm not going to list all the extras that are on these because, quite frankly, they are exhaustively thorough. Suffice it to say, the extended editions have the most definitive look behind the scenes you could ever possibly want to have. And then here we have the chapter breakdown. And the cool thing about the chapter breakdown here is it does include asterisks beside scenes that are either new or extended. So a single asterisk for a new scene, and a double asterisk for a scene that exists in the theatrical version, but the version here has been extended in some way. So quite cool. So very nice, very very slick presentation. I like that a lot. It really feels like you've got something special with this set, and they did a fantastic job of it, and it is one that I have always cherished. But that's only the first movie. Let's look at the second movie, shall we? So second movie, of course, we have The Two Towers. Ha ha ha. I don't know why I did that in Pigeon French. But here we go. What have we got here? I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I'm not a huge expert on Lord of the Rings lore, so I'm sure fans out there will be able to tell me what a lot of these images mean. I don't know how well you can see that. There's sort of a star symbol. Yeah, you can see it a little bit there. But anyway, same thing here. Here we have, oh yes, of course, very important scene in the second one where they meet up, where we get the big reveal of Gandalf the White. Very nice indeed. And then, of course, the logo there. And very same, you know, same layout, basically. Different symbol on here than the first one. I guess this is the symbol that was on the back there. Probably can't see too well. Anyway, yeah, so I mean, it lays it out in a very similar fashion. I'll take a quick look at the artwork under the discs. Very nice there, and I'll just straighten the discs as we go. Yeah, very, very nice indeed. Very nice. I guess this is what I was thinking of, how there's all this artwork under the discs as well. And is there artwork under... No, there's no artwork under the booklet. We'll look at the booklet in just a moment here. And then here we go. Oh, yeah, we've got Treebeard. Very nice, very nice. Needless to say, Rosie really likes Treebeard. I knew she would. And there we go. Cool. Very nice indeed. Okay, so the booklet. Now this is a little bit different because move this down. You may have noticed the first one, Fellowship, was kind of a glossy finish. This is almost this almost feels like parchment, actually, like thick parchment. I actually prefer this because it feels more like something you'd find in the world of Lord of the Rings, and a fantasy thing. And of course French, because I'm in Canada. Les deux tours. Okay. There we go. So more notes about the extended edition. Is this something? Nope, not really. Basically just sort of a summary of the contents, like selling you on it more even though you've already bought it. And then here we have same thing again, chapter listing. This may seem a little more crowded because this is I don't know why this one's like this, but the other one, the first one, wasn't. But this includes English and French, so it's really cluttered. It would have been nice if they just had an English book and a French book. A lot of other DVD sets do that, and a lot of games, for example, have the French instruction manual and the English instruction manual. I don't know why they didn't do that with this. Anyway, so we got all of this stuff here. Once again, breaking down which ones are extended, which ones are new. And then here we actually have the timeline in the back instead of in the front like the other one. I don't know why they did it that way, but whatever. So same thing, basically a tree branch timeline family tree thing illustrating where all the extras are. Very cool. And then on the other side here we have it upside down. There we go. And then we have the rest of the appendices there. So parts 3 and 4. You'll notice they do continue the numbering from one to the next, which is quite nice. Nice bit of consistency there. Are we upside? I'm so turned around here. Of course, you're seeing it right side up, but I'm actually doing everything upside down so I can show you. See, this is right side up to me, but obviously we want to show it to you. So, slide her back in there. They slide in and out of the cases really easily. Very nice. And the boxes themselves, very sturdy, really quality boxes. All right, and then finally we have the Return of the King, and some more artwork on the back. This time we have a tree and some stars. Yeah, you can kind of see that. All right, so slide this bad boy out. You can tell I've never watched it because it's still tight in there. Alrighty. And here we go. Looks like, is that Galadriel? Looks like Galadriel. Yeah, I think that's Galadriel. Anyway, very nice painting. Love, I would love to get a book of just all the production art from this. I mean, it is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You find out a lot about that in the extras as well, actually. They hired 2 of the most notable calendar artists. Oh, and see, and here we're back to glossy. What the heck? Where's my parchment, damn it? I want my parchment. Alright, so let's take a look here. Last batch of pictures here for the DVD edition. And you're probably thinking, my god, this video's so long already, and he hasn't even got to the Blu-ray edition yet. Yeah, I know. But don't worry about it, because honestly, the Blu-ray edition, there's nowhere near as much to see. That's why I'm taking my time with this one. And then there we get one of the. I'm guessing that's Isengard. So it's whenever they're showing the towers, it's almost always Isengard, because that's the evil tower, or the the eviler tower, I guess. But there we go. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard, to Isengard, to Isengard. Sorry. Okay. Let's close that up. Take another look at that beautiful painting. Okay, and then once again, same deal as before. Exactly the same. Get a summary of the contents. English and French chapter breakdown. This is just because it's the Canadian edition. For those who don't know, we have 2 national languages here, English and French, even though mostly people only speak English. But in deference to that, we have English and French on just about everything here. Yeah, so if you get say like the US edition of this, it'll just be English. But yeah, so anyway, once again, denoting which ones are extended, which ones are new. And then we have the Appendices Part 5. Once again, continuing the numbering. And then the Appendices Part 6. And on the back is, I think, what we've already seen. So there we go. So it's Retour de Roy. So it's the return of Roy. Good old Roy. I was wondering when Roy was going to get back. Damn, I miss Roy. Good old Roy. I've known many people named Roy over my life. Some were really nice and some were complete assholes. There is no consistency to the Roys of the world. All right, so we'll just drop these back in here. So 3, 2, 1. A truly beautiful set, and I've always cherished this. This was fairly expensive when it originally came out, but it dropped in price considerably. I mean, when this was still available, I would see it going for as low as like $20 sometimes. All right, so let's take a look at the Blu-ray, shall we? So this is the original release of the Blu-ray set. It's very nice. It's a very classy set, no question. It's all shiny and gold and this gorgeous, you know, shopping network picture of the ring on there. So the way this works, this is the first release. It's a little bit different. This has since been re-released in just a normal Blu-ray box with normal blue Blu-ray cases. The reason I mentioned the blue, well, you'll see in a moment. So what we have here is it's actually magnetic. Can I illustrate a little better? There. I mean, it's not like a super strong magnet, but it's enough to hold it closed. You can sort of see. I'm trying to angle it so you can see that it actually pulls it. There, kind of. Anyway, you know what I mean. You've seen those kind of cases before. So here we have the map here instead in the gatefold. The re-release does not have this, I should mention. The re-release is just the box, so it doesn't have this fold-over part. Okay, so that's one thing that's cool about having the original release. And then we have a lovely cast picture. And in fact, yeah, and then inside, nothing. That's it. Nothing. Pretty straightforward. And anyway, speaking of cast pictures, basically, that's all you get on the covers, is just some cast pictures. And that's it. So you get Fellowship, Two Towers, and Return of the King. So let's take a quick look inside here. All right. So here you go. The discs, I mean, the disc art, as you can see, is virtually identical to the DVD edition. The only difference is it's Blu-ray. Now, I should mention the appendices are directly taken from the DVD edition. There's no difference whatsoever. What is different is you get this. Each set has, now much like the DVD edition, the movies are spread across 2 discs. The appendices are spread across 2 DVDs. And then you get this, behind the scenes. What is this, you're wondering? Well, remember that flipper disc set I was telling you about with that really cool fly-on-the-wall documentary? There was a reason I mentioned it so heavily, because that's this. That's what this is. This is actually, in terms of content, this is the only difference between this and the regular extended edition DVD. This is the only new thing at all. Everything else is lifted straight off the DVD edition. Yeah, and then of course, you know, you get the movies in high def. But that's it. I mean, look at, I mean, there's no artwork here at all, other than some new art on the one new disc. But it's just regular trays, nothing special or exciting about them at all. But at least it does keep the discs safe. But however, oh, look at this, an ad for Immortals. There you go. I actually have this movie. I've never watched it. Go figure. There is a 3D edition. I don't have the 3D edition. But here, now this is interesting. The way the paper feels, it's kind of like a halfway between glossy and parchment. So I don't know what to tell you. Now, in terms of presentation in the book, it's actually very similar to the DVD edition. And there you go. Ah, I noticed they didn't cram a bunch of French in there, though. Look at that, even though it is bilingual on the cover. So we just get the English chapter listings there. Oh, and then the French. See, now look at that. Isn't that a nicer way to do it? You get English and then French. That's much nicer. Thank you. Thank you for doing it that way. And then this should look familiar. We have the big tree extras. The tree of life. Sorry. And then the other extras here. Exactly the same. It's identical to the DVD edition. And having said how identical it is, let's look at the other two and see how identical they are too. So we have the Two Towers. There you go. Did I show you the back of this one? There's the back of Fellowship. Really exciting, eh? Some people bitch and moan about the ever so slight green tinting of Fellowship versus the DVD edition. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. Didn't really notice. Whatever. I think you're being nitpicky. It's Lord of the Rings in fucking high definition. Stop bitching and moaning. So we got Two Towers on 2 discs. Appendices, parts 3 and 4 on 2 discs. And then a fly on the wall behind the scenes documentary from the flipper disc edition of the Two Towers as well. And then the book, very similar again. We have summary of contents, summary of appendices. Even the summaries they've done, they've spread the French out and stuff. I guess in this respect, maybe we're getting a little more artwork. Oh no, it's actually the same artwork. Never mind. I got all excited for a second there. I was all proud to be Canadian for a second there. So then we got again, same thing, denoting extra, new or extended, and then the French version, and the tree of extras. Very nice. As you can see, there's quite a wealth of stuff on there. There's Easter eggs as well, I should mention. There's a few pretty fun Easter eggs on here that I won't spoil the surprise if you haven't found them. But they're pretty easy to find, especially on the Blu-ray. They're a little harder to find on the DVD. They're a little more buried. I guess for some reason it's not as easy to bury things in the menus on Blu-ray, or they just don't bother. I don't know. But anyway, there are some Easter eggs, which are quite fun if you can find them. Here we go. Disc. So, are we looking at Fellowship again? We are looking at Fellowship. Wait a minute. Did I look at Return of the King first? Now I'm confused. Yeah, I think I looked at Return of the King first, didn't I? Sorry. No, wait a minute. No, we didn't. What am I doing? God, I need sleep. Here we go. Return of the King. All right. And there's what it looks like. I think I got confused because I pulled it over here and then I flipped it around. Yeah, never mind. All right, last legs here. Return of the King, parts 1 and 2. And then Appendices, parts 5 and 6. And then, of course, the fly on the wall behind-the-scenes documentary. Yeah, I have to say, honestly, my take on the documentaries on these, fantastic. They are genuinely fascinating to watch. I absolutely love them. I remember when I first got the extended editions, my friend Ben and I just sat down and watched the documentaries for the Two Towers. And we sat down. It's like a 4-hour documentary for each movie. It's like longer than the movie. And we sat down and watched the entire 4-hour documentary in one go and just loved it. It was so fascinating and entertaining. And there you go. So that is the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition Trilogy. Apparently, there are some extras, like some featurettes on the theatrical editions that still are not in this edition. I've also heard that those featurettes are incredibly lame, especially when compared to the wealth of material you get in this edition. There's just no comparing the two. So, yeah, I mean, get them if you want, if you're a completist. I'm not going to rush out and get them, honestly. There is such a wealth of material in these about the making of it. I mean, it's everything you ever wanted to know about the making of these movies. And, yeah, and I'm proud to say that they've been... happy to say, proud as if I had something to do with it. I'm happy to say that they've been continuing the appendices and continuing the numbering from part 7 on with the Hobbit extended edition movies. So they've been giving them the same royal treatment, even though obviously the movies aren't quite as long or quite as epic as these ones. But they're certainly a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the Hobbit movies a lot. Well, I was going to put these on the shelf somewhere, but I don't have quite enough depth for the width of this set, so I'll just hold them. So anyway, yeah, they've been continuing the appendices on the Hobbit movies, which is very cool. And as I said, I really liked the Hobbit movies as well. And probably when... Well, I don't know that I can really do much of a disambiguation with those because they're pretty self-explanatory. It's the Hobbit movies. Enjoy. For those, I've also been getting the extended editions. Well, actually, in those cases, the extended 3D editions to have the most deluxe versions out there. But yeah, I've really been enjoying watching these again with Rose, and also seeing her discover them for the first time, and just, you know, be all in awe of the drama and the excitement and the adventure and the high fantasy. Yeah, she's been loving it. So yeah, Lord of the Rings DVD set, Blu-ray set, both awesome editions. Get this one for the quality, obviously. Get this one for the awesome package art and the displayability, because it is quite a nice display piece. I think you'll agree. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. So I hope you enjoyed this closer look. Kind of a long one this week, but it was Lord of the Rings, so it had to be long. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. I'd just like to say a quick thank you to my Patreon sponsors. Thank you very much. Special big thanks to Kyle Pellegrini, who's still my highest level sponsor. Thank you very, very much, man. Really appreciate the support. And a hearty thank you to everyone else who has been joining the Patreon party as well. And if you would like to do so, please do. Every little bit helps to make the show better and to allow me to continue to do them on a more regular basis. Alrighty, that is definitely it from me to you for now. I'm going to go to bed. Well, no, I have to edit this, render it, and post it. Then I'm going to go to bed. I think I'm going to watch a movie while all that's going on. Until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another closer look on the Multimedia Chronicles. Today we're going to be talking about one that I've actually been wanting. Holy fucking shit, are you serious? Two hours later, it was my mom. And then it was my ex. It's like the phone just would not stop ringing. Oh, there we go. Damn it, now I have to pee. Makuros. Where are you going? When are you coming home? Dun, 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 dun. Where are you going? When are you coming home? Ba, 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 ba. Orgus. Do 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 do. Orgus. Do 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 do. All right. Why is this so fucking loud? Okay, it seems to be fine now. Alright, never mind. Belly. Vertical stripes are very slimming. Alright. Where are you going? When are you coming home? God. Dusty. Where are you going? When are you coming home? Where are you going? When are you coming home? We'll put it like that. And we can sort of focus in on it. And then it's actually focused on that. There we go. There we go. Oh shit. That's not gonna stay, is it? Fuck, this stupid thing isn't strong enough. Here. Just get this out of here. Ugh. Fucking hell. Alright, it's just not going to stay up. Well, I was going to hold them. Hold on. There.